very much. That's all of them. You say I made many obligations, but here right now I'm mostly as member of Committee of the Region and same time the Committee of the Region ambassador of Government Affairs. This means that I working a lot with climate and environment and energy efficiency things. And as I other obligation is housing. That's why I'm very involved due to the renovation and such kind of question. That's why I think preparing for today's some presentation where I give a short overview about the European general political movement in the next period of 21-27, Green Deal, and how this is related with sustainable development goals. And mostly I try to focus one part of European Green Deal. This is renovation wave, and how renovation wave gives opportunities to the cities to achieve climate neutrality, and give some examples from my home city, city of Rakvere. And this is what I plan tell you for the next 40 minutes. But let's start. First of all, I think probably you everybody know European Green Deal. This is European Union new initiative, and they have many part of them, and new Commission working with this program very hard. Very hard. And European Green Deal is a new growth strategy. European Union and store this to be climate neutral by 2015. Sometimes this looks as very high goals, but really if you see all the program and all this financing instrument, but it's already in the progress. I hope in this sector, what is the plan from the climate sector to energy, transport, biodiversity, from agriculture, every goals is real. And but in this big picture, every city and region must play very concrete role. And I today maybe try to tell how we in Estonia try to be part of this big European picture of European Green Deal. So European Green Deal is not anymore just plan. This is real in the progress. And if you see here, I put some general slides about Green Deal. Maybe it's good to remember what is the most areas of the this huge program of European Union. This main goal is in transforming European Union economy to the sustainable future, increasing EU climate ambitions 2015 as climate neutral, and have affordable and secure energy or energy networks, zero pollution ambitions, and toxic-free environmental program from farm to work, and so on. But today, in today's presentation, I orientated to the buildings and renovation part of them, and this name of this program is Renovation Wave. And a little bit tell you what is the big picture of this renovation wave, and what is the most priorities in this part of Green Deal, and how is European Commission and plans to financing this program. And if you see this picture and the next picture, what is the Sustainable Development Goals of UN, we see this many similarities. This means that European Green Deal is part of UN big picture, what we like to in the world. Especially if we compare the next slide, here is maybe more clear way. All this main political and strategical direction is here written. This is promoting clean energy, protecting nature, leading the green chance of globality. But for my presentation, I will give you information how the European Union plans to making homes energy efficiency. And of course, the other things here too, smart transport and green industry and so on and so on. But what I say, the big picture is building a climate neutral Europe, and one part of them is renovation wave. Why we need renovation wave? We speak about refurbishment of the building stock in European Union, and the renovation of this building sector is one of the largest energy consumers in Europe. More like 40% of energy gives for the building sector, not only the multi-block on living houses, but same time the private houses and the business buildings, business-oriented buildings. And this is one of the big direction what the European Union want to start. And almost 75% of the building stocks is inefficient today, but mostly this building stock stay in use in 2015. This means that we must be take some with this building stock, renovate them, and this is why we need European renovation wave. Here you see this is 1 year old already, and this strategy, and to give the next year renovation right of next 10 years. And renovation wave is not only that we renovated the one building or other building, but it's some economic model of building new jobs. And like we say in Estonia, this is every euro what we put in innovation brings back to the city taxes same money. This is like perpetuum mobile. We build like green job, and we activate the construction sector, especially right now after COVID situation, what's happened in many countries. European renovation wave is not only big political scale, but same time must we think about in local level, and that's why the European Committee of the Region and European Government of Mayors movement bring this very high attention. As European Commission Vice President Frans Timmermans said, his cities and regions play very important role to implementation of European Clean Deal and implement urban climate action. This means here we have in Europe, maybe I introduce a little bit the Committee of the Region. Committee of the Region is similar like European Parliament, but is made by the representatives of local authorities. And we have 329 members, and they present the regional and local authorities from 27 member states. In Estonia, we have 7 members, and I am one of them. And European Committee of the Region is official body of European institution networks. This means all legal acts what the European Commission must and want to send to European Parliament go through European Committee of the Region, and we checking very carefully it is there all interests of the local authorities in the region is written there. This is very important work. We have partner of one of the 3/4 of European Union legislation, and to implement all these legislative acts that the European Commission and European Parliament gives, how these acts we could implement in local and regional level. And of course, we have other obligation. We unite European citizen, European integration. We have closed, local authorities, the cities and villages and regions. We are close to the citizen. We as mayors, vice mayors, we know always better what the people thinking in house. So looks every 4 times in the year. We are like General Assembly. We meet in the buildings of European Parliament or European Commission and discuss all the legislative acts too. What we're doing, we are working, as Vladimir said, very close together with Ukraine. And European Committee of the region have organized the Ukraine Task Force. And we work very close together with the European Commission support group for Ukraine, and we have our work is linked with European Parliament delegation of Ukraine Parliamentary Cooperation Committee, and we try as representative of local authorities give support for the reform process in Ukraine. Such kind of process like decentralization, but same time the climate and energy efficiency things. We want to stimulate debate in local level with civil societies, with governments representatives and other stakeholders, and we really have very good contact with Ukraine local and regional authorities. And we can give as committed region members our experience and how we can help them. And one very concrete project we have together with European Commission, with ULEAD, with Europe. We have very concrete partner program with European and Ukraine cities. And one example was from my city. We're using ULEAD and European Commission financing for this, and we follow the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. What we're really doing, we have found some very good city and very developing city in the Zaporozhye region, a city called Vesele. And it's already same size with my city in Estonia, my city called Rakvere, and city of Rakvere is 15,000 inhabitants. This is almost same size like Vesele. And we're thinking the Rakvere was first signatory of Current of Mayors in almost 10 years ago, 2008, first forerunner in Europe, and as a new member state and former part of Soviet Union, Estonia, we have almost same problem like in Ukraine. And in my city, we have it 10 years ago. We have a plan, sustainable energy action plans, and we recommend this our experience to the Vesele and help them to prepare his plan for sustainable development of community Vesele and how we can reduce CO2 emission in the territory of community on Vesele, and bring really last 10 years experience what we have in Rakvere, in our city. We are, as I told you, we are first to adopt the Sustainable Energy Action Plan. We are using with 10 years different European program to implement this plan, what we have, and really give this experience to the Vesele. The delegation for Vesele was was in Rakvere. The vice mayor of Vesele was like 2 weeks in Rakvere and in Tallinn, and discussed with the Estonian government, with ministries, with city of Tallinn, city of Rakvere, how really prepare this this program to Vesele, and they adopted this as new signature of Covenant of Mayors and plan for Vesele Sustainable Energy and Action Plan, SECAP, for the next 10 years to 2020 to 2030. And when I say Rakvere, this is picture from 2008. I was mayor of Rakvere at this time. I was 10 years the mayor of city of Rakvere, and I really feel this really deep cooperation with Ukraine cities. What we have during this program was coordinated by European Committee of the Region. I think in the next period we could have some many similar programs with different European Commission supporting. That's what you doing. The organizers such kind of seminars, some conferences, sustainable development goals. What Vladimir do, it is very important for development in Ukraine. Right now, I don't know. Maybe I speak too slow, but right now give some short overview about Covenant of Mayors movements. I think you know this in Ukraine too. You have Covenant of Mayor East, but in the Committee of the Region level, it is the Covenant of Mayors movement and Green Deal related such kind of movement who called Green Deals Going Local. We organized some working group and really want to help local authorities and ask some financial support how we can implement this big Green Deal goals in the local level. The Green Deal Going Local working group, we have 3 objectives to implement or make pressure to the different policy areas with the European Green Deal. We came from the level of Chichen region, how we can really have big goals to have climate neutrality till 2015, and how we can implement the green transition in local and community level. Here is the topics what we do in the local level. This is almost same what the Green Deal have in general. How we can implement this? In this case, Committee of the Region invited the new institution, not new, but some probably new institution. This is Covenant of Mayor Ambassadors and Covenant of Mayor National Ambassadors. And Covenant of Mayor Ambassador is a group of members of European Committee of the Region. And if you have 329 members, this almost 15, 17 is nominated as ambassadors in different countries. And in this year spring, European Committee of the Region nominated the national ambassadors. And we really have experience, as I am one of the ambassadors too, so please meet me right now, I am sure. In 2016, this was the nomination of the Covenant of Mayor Ambassadors, and then this year, April, it was nomination of the Covenant of Mayor National Ambassador. And I am great honored to be one of these ambassadors. And European Commission Connect give us obligation direction. Let's start to work, and I really try to very much help the local authorities, not only in Estonia, but in different parts in the world. I was helping African mayors, and this is very interesting. When we start speaking English, this interests many of this generation of mayors speak very well Russian. Many of them are studying in Moscow, and in this case, they understand the real situation, what they want to do in his cities, in different cities in Africa too. But same times, we have many programs in Covenant of Mayor East, included Ukraine, include other countries, what was previous Soviet Union countries, and we work very hard with them too. But coming back to our part of the renovation wave, I go close to Estonia and say this European renovation wave is basic of the national buildings long-term renovation strategies. Every member country must have own national buildings long-term renovation strategy. And Estonia approved his strategy 2020, 1 year ago, in the 1st July. And we have really written there how we in Estonia can really realize this plan European Union to have more energy efficient house by 2030. In this case, Estonian governments have, together with different European financing, have organized some national programs, Life IP Buildest. This how we can for the full implementation of Estonian buildings and renovation strategy. What we want to do, how we can fill our targets. This is the renovation of Estonian national building stock to the highly energy efficient and decarbonization buildings by 2015, and how we can step by step really do this, and we have some very concrete ideas and very concrete terms what time we want to do. What we want to do is decarbonizing Estonian existing building stock, identification of climate risk, and using renovation and have energy efficiency, and using circular economic things there. And here is how these programs look like. Maybe it's too complicated right now here in this short presentation to tell, but we have really 4 milestones. This is deep renovation, this is climate resilience, this is resource efficiency and digitalization. And basic of these 4 political lines, we have different program. What is planned to doing in Estonia? This is smart renovation. This is energy efficiency, using energy efficiency and the circular solutions for renovation, and so on, so on. Vladimir, say me if I'm too long, but I try to go quick. And here is different partners. This is 3 ministries, is leading partners, different government institution, different not government institution. This is huge national program with different universities here. How really we can in local level use the renovation wave possibilities. Here see the 3 pilot cities. What in Estonia, my city is here upstairs. It's city of Rakvere, city of Tartu, and in South Estonia, city of Võru is as pilot cities for this huge 10 years program what is right now prepared by Estonian governments. So in the local level, we must understand this. Our priority is to have climate neutral till 2050. How we do this in my city level, city of Rakvere? Okay, I'm 10 minutes to speak yet. That's this is our city. Right, years ago we built new concert area. You see this. And we have quite historical city, more like 1,000 years history, but at the same time we try to be very active, attractive and modern city. As I told you before, Rakvere was the first signatory as Covenant of Mayors 2008. If European Commission invited all the mayors to the Brussels, you signed Covenant of Mayors and spend CO2 20% in 2020. We signed there the Government of Mayor Pact, and Rakvere was first of 370 cities who really in 10 February of 2008 have first forerunner to do this. This was 10 years very initiative work, and thus our slogan is in Rakvere: we have small but full of power. This is our brand, how we promote our city national. We have a plan, SAP, Sustainable Energy Action Plan, what we really want to change in 10 years ago, change district heating system, independence of the Russian gas. We want to renovate the buildings, municipal buildings and resident buildings. We need to totally renovate our water and wastewater system. We must change the street lighting, almost basic thing what every local authorities on city must to do. More green and more sustainable city planning, and of course city transport. We have like six main political directions, and this is the other presentation how we implement this with 10 years. But with this last 10 years, we have using as we use it this very concrete political plan. We have written different projects, like 43 different European Union projects with change to the district heated to the food chips, to renovate the waste and waste system, to renovate the water system, wastewater system, renovation of the building. All these 10 years, we invite to the city 47 million extra euros. If you compare city budget, it's like 12 million euros. This is already 3 years full city budget. Only with this plan that we have direction and very complex plan using Government of Mayor direction to have sustainable energy action plan. And Rakvere was one city who was mostly invited by investing by a citizen. But right now we have new plans. We have quite ambitious plan to be climate neutral till 2035. Already this plan is in preparation and must be ready in 2022. This is signed. We're working together with universities, with scientists, with stakeholders, with practical people, how we can really make this happen. That's be climate neutral in 2035. What we already have done, we have using special COVID government program to renovate our residential building, the former multi-block houses, and Rakvere is the first city where almost all Sovietic time built houses are renovated. Right now I speak for you in the first nearly zero energy public buildings in Estonia, Rakvere City Hall, and here you see the new building of Rakvere City Hall, and this 1,500 square meters building government hall pay for the winter, like in February, January. We pay only for heating all this big building less 150 euros. This is almost same size like small apartment in Estonia. And if you analyze all this renovation of energy building, Estonia have, if you compare the other Nordic countries, we have most energy efficient buildings already right now. Here is some pictures about renovated houses in Rakvere, and this was our district like 10 years ago. Here were different part of the buildings, and these buildings are right now with 10 years all renovated with citizen using government money, using with strong support of the city of Rakvere, and this is already the time for other presentation how we are doing this. But in I'll show some pictures how these houses looks like 10 years ago and how they look today after renovation. And we have many of them. This means all these buildings are renovated, and all these pictures, of course, not in this presentation, but in general, these changings are happens. And this whole, if you have in city level, like big picture, you have understanding the for the European Green Deal and the UN Sustainable Development Goals, you really must move like we are doing here in Estonia. Here is one example how we started in Estonia. This is like pilot project, what we're doing in TalTech University and Tallinna Tehnika University. They renovate the building with prefabricated panels. This means that you can renovate the old-fashioned Soviet time block with 1 week. If you are preparing all these panels in fabric. And this was first pilot project. Right now we have already 10 pilot houses in Estonia is selected, and if this works, and we using different technical models of the buildings, and if this works, I think this is future of the renovation and future of the renovation wave. If you see the budgets of the 2021 and 2027, this is 87 billion euros European Union keep for the renovation. I think we could have some pilot cities in Ukraine too to show this how we can really evolve this how we can implement these goals what we're doing here in Estonia. And this is how the buildings looks today. They're using solar energy. They very interesting. This building using like wastewater energy. If you take the shower, this is water is warm, but the warm water goes to the shower cap to the wasteways, and we using this energy too. This is like pilot project. And when I say that's already 10 houses, this whole project amount is 20 million euros. Is you ready to start the next step all around in Estonia, not only in Tallinn, and this is very interesting. So here we have some videos, but I don't know how this work. If normally I try to use them, then in present myself I see this, but if I share my screen, this normally. But I sent the presentation to Vladimir, and he can share this with you, and you can see these videos later about renovation wave and how we renovate the Estonia with prefabricated panels. For my side, I thank you. This was some short overview what doing the European Committee of the region, what is the main goals of European Commission, European Parliament, the Green Deal, renovation wave, and how really the using government of mayors. I really recommend as practical person for the Ukraine cities and non-government organization who work with cities to join the government of mayors movements and really have very good results. What in my experience say that I see like example city of Vesele in Zaporozhye region. I see what was before, what is right now. I see very quick changing. If even in small city, we compare Ukraine, Vesele is not a big city, but this is a middle-sized or so small city. In such level, you can movement. First of all, this was in Vesele, mayor of Vesele come say that this is not possible. Our council, we are so small. We have live in some not close to Zaporozhye. But after them, when they have planned, they really are changing. They have some solar parks. They have renovated these schools. Then really see with these 2-3 years some real changing. From my side, thank you very much, and thank you for attention. And if you have questions, I'm happy to answer to you. Thank you very much.